Hey guys, you want a story? I'll give you a story. A ninja story. Welcome back to the ninja story, and today we're going to be ranking the Spider-Man films from Spider-Man 2002, I believe, to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I will be including Avengers: Infinity War and Captain Captain America: Civil War, because I do consider those Spider-Man films, or at least movies that Spider-Man was in. Now, I am doing this on the day that the Avengers 4 trailer drops, so that's just timing at its best. So, I will be focusing on how funny the movie is, how entertaining the movie is, and how well structured the movie is. So, when we go through this, there, I believe, are 11 or 10. So, I have the list on my mind right now. So I have absolutely no idea what this list is gonna be. This is gonna be me chatting with you about some Spider-Man. I'm just running through my head. So there are 9 that we have to go through, I believe. Yes, there are 9, I believe. We have Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Captain America Civil War, like I said, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Avengers. And Spider-Man Spider-Verse. So that's 9, yes. So there are 9. So we're going to start this right away. Coming in at number 9, no shocker here, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This was a big cluster of a movie for a sequel that was supposed to be the untold story of Spider-Man. And instead, it was just another movie involving Spider-Man, doing Spider-Man things. Andrew Garfield is not a very good Peter Parker at all. It's just really clustered together. Harry is really bad here. The Rhino is really bad as well. And because people want those quips in these Amazing Spider-Man films, it's like Gwen dies because Spider-Man had to say quips. It's really, really bad. But there is one thing that made me laugh, and that is the fact that this scientist has a YouTube channel. He has 12 subscribers, 4 likes, 2 comments, and 300,000 views. Like, that's not, like, that's like, it's not exactly that, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, that's not YouTube at all. That's not YouTube. Okay, anyways, coming in at number 6 is The Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, not number 6. What am I talking about? Oh my god. Number 8. Sorry. Oh my god. I am, like, not feeling it today. I'm, like, super tired right now. I'm sorry. Okay. Number 8 is The Amazing Spider-Man. Even though this has my favorite Stan Lee cameo, I really think that they were trying too hard to be like Sam Raimi's films, and it really didn't work. I watched the movie like a couple of days ago, like maybe 5, 6 days ago, and I stopped it. I didn't even want to look if there even is after credit scenes. I did not want to see any of it. It was really hard to put myself through that movie after I literally watched Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse. This is just a really bad film. Coming in at number 7 is Spider-Man 3. We really didn't need this movie. I feel like this movie was made just to make the original Spider-Man, Sam Raimi films into a trilogy. It felt like this movie was really, really rushed. Um, they underutilized Venom, the the parasite antidote species. I don't even know. Just the symbiotes were just a really bad idea for this film. We could have had just Harry versus Peter throughout the entire film, but instead we get Venom, we get Sandman, we get a lot of villains. Then we have Mary Jane and her acting career. Then we have Harry trying to find out why Spider-Man would kill his father. Then stuff goes on with Aunt May. This is just a really, really packed movie that didn't really go through a lot of the storylines because it had too many storylines. Um, so the next 6 movies are really great movies. It was really hard. Well, I knew what number 1 was, but it was really hard from 2 to 6 to decide where these movies should be. All of them I really feel are great to amazing. So coming in at number 6, and because I am ranking Spider-Man movies, is Avengers Infinity War. This is probably Tom Holland's best performance as Spider-Man. The reason why it's number 6, though, is because I'm ranking Spider-Man films. If it was Marvel, if it was MCU, then it would be higher. However, Spider-Man is one of like 30 Avengers in this movie, and to call it a Spider-Man film is not a good idea. Just like Captain America. It's like you go into Captain America Winter Soldier and you say that it's a Bucky Barnes film. It's not. It's a Captain America film. That's like saying you go into a Thor Ragnarok film and you say it's a Loki or Hulk film. No, it's a Thor film. That's the thing with the Avengers. You can't just say it's one person's film. It's everyone's film. So and Spidey is just one of those many Avengers that the film belongs to. So, however, I do think the movie as a whole is great. Spidey does have some really great action scenes. He has some funny lines. This is just what you want from an Avengers movie. This is what you want from Spider-Man finally becoming an Avenger. This is just a really good movie. Spidey does great. Number 5. I said that this was my favorite. Well, for a long time, this was my favorite MCU film. And you guys probably already know what it is. Well, it could be 2 options, since there's one and the other that are MCU films. This was my favorite MCU film for like 3 to 4 months. Then I just rewatched the movie about, I'll say, a week ago, and I just didn't get that excitement that I did when I watched the first 2 times, and that is Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, I watched it a few days ago with one of my friends, and oh god, I love the movie. I really do. Just when I rewatch it, I just didn't get that same kind of excitement or same kind of comedy. There are some amazing lines though, but I just didn't get that feeling that I did when I watched it the first 2 times. The first time was one of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater. It was so great. There are some great action scenes. We finally get a really good what am I saying? A really cool high school movie with Spidey. Because even though Tobey Maguire did great as Spider-Man, as Peter Parker, with the whole school thing, it didn't really feel like he was a high schooler. And then Andrew Garfield is, oh my god, terrible. So, this was just a really good Spider-Man film to stay true to the comics. We finally got a great Vulture. First time Vulture was on the big screen, I really feel like it paid off. And yeah. Number 4 is Captain America Civil War. This is the introduction of Spider-Man into the MCU. Do feel like they did an amazing job with him. His introduction in the airport fight is one of my favorite fight scenes in any MCU film, and Spidey was a big, huge part of that. He entered taking Captain America's shield. Then he fought alone against Falcon and Bucky Barnes. Then he got into an altercation with Ant-Man, not gigantic Ant-Man, but tiny Ant-Man. Then he fought Captain America one-on-one. Then he worked with War Machine and Iron Man to take out a gigantic Ant-Man. This is one of the best superhero introductions, and just Tony Stark just talking with Spider-Man in his bedroom, just like explaining that he only does it for YouTube, he doesn't want to expose his powers, and then just the webbing Stark's hand to the door, and then the end credit scene, which is focused around Spider-Man. You can tell that Marvel really wants to do a lot with this character. I really love it. Number 3, yes, so this was hard. I know what number 1 is. I know what I'm keeping at number 1. But 2 and 3 were really hard to decide, because they're really 2 different movies. Because you know it's going to be a Sam Raimi film or an animated film. And it's really hard to rank some movies that are really different. So I decided that number 3 is Spider-Man 2. Yes, Spider-Man 2 is number 3. And the reason why it is number 2 is because I personally feel that Mary Jane Watson doesn't do a great job compared to the first film. So, since I just spoiled what number 2 is, you already know what number 1 is, but I just feel like the structure of Spider-Man, like, the movie's fantastic. It's one of the best superhero movies. You have, like, your opinion. However, I just don't feel like it's a better movie than the first Spider-Man film. I don't think that the villain in Spider-Man 2 is as great as a villain than the Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1. I might be controversial here, but I'm sorry. Yeah, so number 2, I'm sorry, I just don't think that Spider-Man 2 is just a great, it's a great sequel. It's a great sequel. It's an amazing sequel. It's one of the best sequels ever made. But I just feel like the original movie just is more golden, in my opinion. But anyways, number 2, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a 5 bad things about good things for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But I might, so I'm not going to go too in-depth about it. I'm just going to give my personal feelings about it, because spoilers. I really do love this movie. The animation, of course, is fantastic. This is one of the best animations I've seen for a movie in a long time. There are a bunch of Spider-Mans in here since it's called Into the Spider-Verse. So you'll just have a fun time with family in this movie. But coming in at number 1 is without a doubt the original Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2002, 2003, I believe. I'm not sure. This is a fantastic movie. I love this movie. I really believe that this is probably in, like, my top 2 for, like, Marvel films. This is just an incredible movie. I love it. 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 Mary Jane is incredible. Spidey is incredible, even though I did say that Tom Holland is a better Peter Parker. I do believe he is the best Peter Parker. I really feel like Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Just Wow, I love this film. I cannot stress it enough. The fight scene at the end with the Green Goblin is one of the most vicious fights I've ever watched on TV. And I've seen like Deadpool. I've seen like Deadpool. I've seen like a lot of action films. Spider Man's is like Spider Man gets his butt kicked. He's like bleeding everywhere. It's insane. I love Spider Man. I love the finale. One of my favorite finales of all time. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. Comment down below. What is your favorite Spider-Man film? What do you think of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse if you've seen it? And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Wouldn't wanna yeah. See ya. We could like find out I've never seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.